Hello everybody, welcome to Into the Breach. My name is Genon. Today we're looking at another game by the devs behind FTL Faster Than Light, and it's just as addicting and just as hard. It's a little bit more like XCOM if you're interested in that series. Very fun though, you still kind of get glimpses of FTL, but they definitely made it different enough where it will feel like a new game, and there's a lot of really cool stuff. So similarly to FTL, you can actually change what you start with. As opposed to a ship, you actually change your squad. I'm going to stay with the basic one for now because it's just going to be easier for me to explain. I know them much more. And you can pick one time traveler. Let me see, how do I change that? Here you go. I've unlocked these two so far. They have different stats, and as they play, as they kill enemies, complete missions, they will level up, get new stats. And if they die, I had this guy initially from the beginning. He went through multiple playthroughs, and he survived a lot, but poor soul, he died last round, and yeah, I lost all of those cool stats. The premise of the game, let's just click start right here, is you are a squad of time travelers that go back in time to try and prevent the destruction of humanity, because we're being invaded by giant insect creatures. And basically every time you fail, it's actually canon. Basically you get overrun, the island gets destroyed, and your time travelers go, well, we screwed up in this timeline, let's go back to the future and try again. And you can pick one of your characters to save, to go back into the future and try again. So you can, yeah, kind of focus on one character, but obviously that makes it a lot more stressful because you don't want to lose your like best guy. Anyway, we're gonna go to this first island because that's the only option you have when you start off the game. We're gonna talk to the leader here. Civilizations of the past had a military strength vastly exceeding ours. Good thing we preserved some of their old war machines. So yeah, we're in a timeline now where basically the war against the Vec has already started. They've started invading, but it hasn't completely wiped out humanity, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So you can choose which territory you want to try and defend. You will not have the chance to defend all of them, kind of like how you choose what nebula you go to in FTL. Except here you can actually see what rewards you're going to get. I will explain them more in depth a bit later. Right now, I'm going to... let's go to this one. No. Let's go to this one. We'll probably do them both. I really want to show off the water mechanics, so I'm going to do this one with the dam. So we start off, you get to place your mechs within this yellow area. I'm gonna put this guy, he's... let's see, how much health does the dam have? 2. And this mech does 2 damage with 1 punch, so I could just like destroy the dam instantly. I'm gonna put him right there. This one is a longer range character. They can shoot across the entire map. Very useful as well. We're just gonna keep them here. And this is artillery, goes over obstacles, again across the map. But their weapons are very different, and I'm going to explain why I think the mechanics and the combat in this game are so interesting. So, the main objective, you can see first of all the enemies are starting off first. I just noticed something pretty interesting, I guess. My first, let's say, 10 playthroughs, I didn't get to defend the first island. But now that I've completed it, enemies from the second island have come over here, so it adds a little bit more variety, I guess, to your future playthroughs. So that's pretty interesting. Like, this guy's from the desert island. Anyway, the main objective is you need to defend your power grid. So you can see all these buildings. Most of the times, bugs are going to try and attack buildings, and when they attack one, it's a very, very high chance, 85%, you can see up here, that they will destroy it, and it will remove one of these power grid pips. And in doing so, they permanently damage the power grid, as in over the entire island playthrough, over multiple islands, you'll have very little opportunity to actually fix your power grid back. So you need to be very careful, even to the point where you throw your mechs in front of the bullets and projectiles to try and defend the buildings. So it's very interesting. You can see here, okay, this bug is not going to be much of a problem. This guy right here, if I hold control and highlight over something, you can see the stats. This guy actually flies, so he won't be a problem. He can go over obstacles and stuff. But he also makes other Vec explode when they die, so it's pretty troublesome. I'm going to try and do this. Let's try and do this. I'm going to punch the dam here, because that is one of my optional missions anyway. Boom. And we instantly killed that bug. That is great. I didn't destroy a building in the process, did I? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm fine. So yeah, there you go. And every single mech, you can play them in any order you want. They all move around, and then they attack. If you attack before moving, you will not get the chance to move again until your next turn. So this bug is not going to be much of a problem right now. I can just move my artillery out of the way, and it should be okay. I'm actually gonna just focus on killing... you know what? Let's see here. Well, both of these are flying, so I can't insta-kill them by throwing them into the water. So I'm just going to have to Move this guy out of the way, just be safe, should be okay. And I can attack this guy, why not? You can see something very interesting in this game. One of my favorite aspects that I think makes it so unique is most of your attacks actually move enemies around. So let's say the bug was actually positioned here, about to attack the buildings. If I actually just shot him out of the way, he's still gonna attack next turn. Doesn't matter where you move them to, but at least you've saved the building from being attacked. You'll see here now after I shoot this guy. And now he's gonna attack this tile instead, because they're just stupid bugs, they don't fully understand. And we're gonna end our turn. You can see here, by the way, this is where the next bug in the next turn is gonna emerge from. You can actually strategically position yourself on top of it, or other bugs, and it will delay the spawn by 1 turn, but it will also damage whatever is blocking it. So there's a lot of thinking involved, and I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting for like 5 minutes wondering, like, how the hell am I gonna save this place now? And I finally figure out just an amazing complex strategy. I'm gonna skip this turn because this artillery guy can't really do much right now. But yeah, it is very satisfying. Okay, so we can see here, now they're trying to attack the buildings. That shouldn't be a problem because that guy only has 1 health anyway. When they're in the water, by the way, we cannot attack. But we can move around, luckily, because our guys are so massive. Okay, so the spawning guys aren't much of a problem. This guy, if I step this one out of the way, this mech, you can see the red dots here kind of show that the trajectory will keep going past where my mech used to be. So a lot of the times you can dodge bullets like that, but you might not realize that there's a building right behind where you were. So there's a lot of thinking involved. And you can even make enemies go into each other's trajectories. So this guy doesn't actually attack. I just realized though, if I kill this wasp thing here, it's gonna move this way and explode these buildings. So I don't want to do that. I need to finish off this guy now before he continues to make all these guys explode on death. Let me just think about this for a sec. How can I approach this? He has 2 pips, and only this guy does 2 damage, except he's in the water, and this guy's melee, so I can't actually punch this guy right now. What I can do is I can actually... Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Yes. First of all, I'm gonna step out of the way of this guy because he's just annoying, honestly. Let's think of how to do this. Oh, you're gonna like this turn that I'm about to do. Let me just think about this though. Right now, this guy can't really do much, honestly, but it's okay. We just want to save the buildings mainly. So I'm gonna come here. The artillery is very interesting because you can see here you can shoot across anything like that. And if I click here, I'm just gonna obviously damage the guy by 1 damage. But the artillery is interesting because it actually pushes anything adjacent to the tile that you're shooting at. So you can see here the yellow square is around my tank mech, and it'll actually launch him in that direction. So what I'm gonna do here is move the wasp that way. He won't attack the building, and his teammate is gonna shoot and kill him for me. Unfortunately, I just realized that he's still adjacent to this building, so he might explode. So what I can do I have any moves left? Not with this one, I don't. If only I could move here and just shoot him into the water instead. This guy can move still. Oh, I can't reach this guy though to punch him away. I can't punch this guy because he's in the water. I won't be able to attack. What options do I have? Oh my god. I've just got some really crazy plans in my head. I'm trying to think of maybe I can put this mech here and then have this tank shoot him so that he'll be pushed here so that I can then attack this guy. The only problem with that is then it'll move him here and he'll just shoot the building. Almost a perfect plan. Yeah, unfortunately there really isn't much I can do. The best I can do is just position myself to be able to not be useless next round. I'll leave the mech here because there's gonna be some dudes spawning here. Well, at least we saved that. Please don't explode. Oh, okay, okay. Whew. We're okay then. I spent a bit too much time on that. I thought it counts as adjacent, that, like, you know, the closest 8 around it. Alright, what do we have here? Alright, so this one's not much of a threat right now. I can just step out of the way because this guy's not long range. He'll actually just shoot. You can see again, if you hold control, you'll see that it's just the adjacent tile in front of them. So I can step out of the way for that. See, this is a problem here. As you can see, this one is shooting my mech over here. If I step out of the way though, he'll hit the building. Actually, no. He'll hit that bug. But that bug is also attacking that building, so I need to get that out of the way, and then, yeah. So what we're going to do is think. I really need to kill this exploding bug as soon as possible. Okay, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Actually, yep, I've devised a really great plan. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to step out of the way of this shot. Move this guy this way. So now he's going to attack this exploding bug. I can actually even shoot the exploding bug myself. Yes, I should absolutely do that, and I'll show you why in a second. Absolutely, this is a great plan. And now I'm going to step out of the way here. He will take damage next turn. This guy's just going to attack the mountain, not a problem. And this guy is going to attack this. Well, no, he won't. He's actually going to attack his friend. And we've got a beautiful executed plan here. And the best part is I'm also going to shoot this guy. And as you can see, I'm going to do 1 damage from the shot itself. And then also the impact launching him into his buddy there is going to do 1 damage to both of them, which will then kill this exploding guy finally. There you go. Oh, really juicy level. Like, turn, I mean. So shoot the mountain. Oh no, the mountain. Not a big deal. Alright. We're all safe. Just this mech is going to take a bit of damage from the spawn. He's shooting his friend. We're breaking friendships up over here. And I can actually just punch this guy straight into the water. Not a big deal. He might even die from the impact because I only think he's got 2 health. Yep. But I also don't even need to necessarily attack him, because he could attack his friend there. This friend is only attacking the artillery, so as long as I step out of the way, I'll be okay in that respect. I need to get this wasp. That's the only immediate threat right now. By the way, you don't necessarily need to actually kill all the enemies. You also just need to survive long enough to make them retreat. Obviously, it's preferable to kill them, but yeah. So let's see. How can I move this guy out of the way with the artillery? But that would mean me staying in this position, and I'll be getting hit by 2 guys, unless I kill this one, I guess, to minimize the amount of damage this artillery takes. Yeah, because this guy cannot move this one out of the way. Yeah, it's just up to the artillery, so I'm gonna have to do that. And I don't think I can get this wasp out from another angle. I'm gonna have to do it. My brave artillery mech. Alright, so they're gonna take damage from this wasp. I'm gonna kill this dude here to at least make his life a little bit easier. So he doesn't die, because he would have died. And this one, we could actually... Oh, no, I can't save this guy, unfortunately. Maybe if this guy wasn't blocking the path, I might have been able to go on earlier and kill the enemy preemptively, but that's alright. We're gonna shoot this guy instead. Move him backwards a little bit. He's also gonna kill him. Easy peasy. So you can actually also, after every battle, your mechs will fully repair themselves. But you can also repair them within each turn, but obviously it will cost their turn and they won't be able to attack or move after that. But we successfully did it. We took no damage to the power grid. I only completed 1 optional mission. So these stars are basically used to purchase upgrades after you've completely secured an entire island. Then you will have the opportunity to spend all the stars that you've earned on things like upgrades for the mechs, new pilots, or new moves, stuff like that. You can see here we've got an optional mission here, protect the coal plant. If I successfully protect the coal plant, it will actually repair my power grid by 1 block. So that is a very useful optional mission. I'm going to try my hardest to absolutely defend this coal plant. And in the case that I cannot do anything, a building has to be destroyed, I'm going to make sure it's not the coal plant. I can move them over here to the civvies, unfortunately. But we need to do it for the good of humanity. So... we're gonna drop her off right here. Should be good. We're gonna put this one here and the artillery here. Let me move this one actually a little bit more down here. There you go. I like how you actually get some speech bubbles from all the people in the buildings. It kind of makes you feel like a hero. Okay, so this is an optional pod that kind of just happens randomly. You can either go and grab it, and it will give you some sort of reward later on, like a character, an entirely new character. That's how I unlocked this Bethany over here. Or, if you just survive the entire map, they will automatically get it. I'm not sure if it can be destroyed? Destroyed if damaged or trampled by the enemy. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna make my way over to it right now. Well, anyone attacking a building? Yes, this one is. Oh, actually, he's attacking me and I'll be getting out of the way. Okay, let's just worry about the pod afterwards. First, the people. So, this one is not a threat. I can actually come here. punch this guy, do 2 damage, and also into the enemy, so that's gonna do 1 damage. That'll completely kill this guy. And then this guy is gonna have 2 HP left, and I can just focus all my shots on him. That should work beautifully, actually. Let's do this. There you go, that guy's done for. I'm going to... let's see... yeah, I need to wipe this guy out, because if I push him to the left, he's going to attack this building. If I push him to the right, he's going to attack this building. And if I leave him where he is, he's also going to attack that building. So, I'm going to need to kill him. I can get the pod next turn. That's fine. I'll move a bit closer to it. I'm going to attack it like this. Onto the forest. I'm going to bring this guy here and do the final blow. Nice. This wasp is just going to attack the mid-air. That's alright. Oh, the soundtrack is so good, by the way. Just as good as the FTL soundtrack. Same artist. Alright, we're having a lot more trouble this time. Okay, so again, this wasp is not a problem because they've only got a range of 1 tile. This one is an issue, though. This one is not. So we've only got to really worry about this one wasp at the moment. Let me think about this. I had an upgrade at some point for this mech to... this is the kind of interesting stuff you can buy with the star. I made buildings impervious to their attack, so I could actually shoot the building directly. It won't take any damage, but it'll push enemies away from it. Very useful upgrade. You can also choose things like just basic health upgrades or new skills. It's completely your choice. Something interesting, if I bring this guy here, I cannot shoot this wasp into the building because it'll actually have a very high chance of hurting the building. By the way, this grid defense thing here, there's a few small ways to increase it, like a character can increase it, but the main way to do it is if you fill up the power grid and then get more power, it'll actually increase your grid defense, so there's a much higher chance that your buildings will resist any damage given to them. So yeah, it rewards you for basically doing great. Alright, we're just gonna grab the pod here because I'm a bit paranoid about it. Easy enough. This guy can't attack anything at the moment. A bit of a wasted turn, but that's okay. Oh, this actually should work out nicely. I'm gonna bring over here. Attack this guy, do a bit of damage, and also push this other one away from the building. He will now attack this guy. If I look at the... oh, he does have 2 HP. You can actually look at the attack order here, and you can see which enemies will even attack first. Most of the time, environmental things will happen first, and I haven't shown you those yet. Those are really interesting. Sometimes just a random airstrike will fall down. You can see exactly where it is and insta-kill anything that's standing in there. Sometimes just kind of the ground will fall into the abyss, so like every turn the map gets smaller and smaller. Some really cool stuff to kind of keep it interesting and just keep the variety up. So I'm gonna come here, wipe out this guy so he's not a problem for our cannon dude, and it'll also hit that one. There you go. That should solve our problem right there. This guy unfortunately can't shoot anything. That's okay, not a big deal. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Nothing! So there's some cool like random tiles. For example, the forest tile will ignite if someone attacks in it. On the desert island there's patches of sand that if you punch someone inside it will cause a cloud that nobody can attack in. So these guys are always troublesome. You can see now this cannon dude cannot move because he's been webbed. They can still attack though, so I could theoretically just shoot this guy and free myself. But usually, I mean, okay, first things first is the buildings. This guy's 1 HP, so I can actually just insta-kill this guy, launch him into him, they'll die immediately, and it would be nice to get rid of this exploding effect as soon as possible. So I'm going to do exactly that. Unfortunately, this guy will have to deal with... ah, shit! But this guy's also being... these buildings are being attacked. Oh, this is hard. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. No, I can't move them there. Fuck. I want to try and move this guy here, block the trajectory of this shot to save these buildings, and then shoot over here to move this bug to the side. But I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to improvise and do something else. Well, yeah, right now this is not a problem, this mech. The only reason I'm considering freeing him is so that he can actually move and help out in some other way. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot save all the buildings here, so I'm just gonna have to do the best I can. We need to lose one building, that's alright. There you go, at least those guys died. We don't have the explosive problem anymore. Let me just think, so either I kill this bug, protect this building, or I free this guy so he can drive in front of this way and block the projectile. And there's no way that he can shoot this bug up here, so I think I'm kind of out of luck. Yep, there's nothing we can do. Sorry guys, let's just hope that the building resists somehow, that'd be great. And this one, well, I mean, he can't do anything other than... Oh, this will work! This will work! It'll just push him... No, it won't push him. I got excited. I thought it would push this guy away and onto the spawn, but nope. So close though, so close. Let's just hope the building resists. There's a 15% chance it'll resist that shot. Nope. Damn it. Alright, well, we lost one power grid. You can see things can go to shit very quickly. I mean, this isn't even... We just lost one building. I've gotten pretty decent at the game now, but yeah, there are times where you are just losing things left and right, and you've got to make really difficult decisions. Thankfully, we've got infinite time to make them. Alright, well, 2 of my characters have been webbed now, so that's not very fun. Fortunately for us, only one building is being attacked, so that's easily avoidable. I can just kind of push this guy. I'm gonna push him onto his friend. That's what I... Oh, yes! Okay. First, I'm gonna use this guy to shoot this guy, free the mech. Then we're gonna bring this guy... I could also just come and kill him, actually, directly. But then this guy's gonna take damage, and I don't want that. No, he won't take damage. Yes, he will. Okay. I'm gonna move this guy like this. Yes, this is gonna be great. Boom, just like that. Beautiful. We're gonna take a damage here. We're gonna lose our shield. That's okay. I probably could have done that a bit better, but we'll be alright. I think it was the last turn anyway. Yep, it was. Nice. Oh, and you can see because we opened the saved the pod, we can actually open it, and I don't know what this is. Science class weapons. Swap places with a nearby tile. Okay, that's interesting. And a reactor core. That's very useful, and I'll show you why right now. So you can see here, you can actually come and customize characters. And oh, you can see because she's upgraded, I've leveled her up a few times because I take her throughout multiple playthroughs. She actually has earned 1 more extra stat, plus 1 mech move. So any mech I put her in, you can actually put her in any of these mechs, then it will get plus 1 move. So you saw I just got a reactor core or whatever it's called. I'm going to install it, and then there you go. Now I have 1 extra power to play with. So again, like FTL, you can kind of choose where to, you know, put things around. So now you can see I had a spare power. I can put it in plus 1 move. I can put it in a dash ability. If I want to get rid of the Titan Fist, I can just have the dash ability. Oh, actually, okay, I guess it seems it's necessary to have a weapon. I can bring this over from storage, a teleporter. So you can see here this red node. Normally this would be free if I put it on the science class, as you can see on the right side, but it kind of gives me this little punishment node that I need to power, because it gives you the option to put it on another class, but at the expense of an extra power node that you need to power. So that's cool that it lets you kind of play around with stuff. I'm going to just increase this guy's move, actually, because many times this mech is always just out of reach of an enemy, and I would like to have that extra movement. But yeah, that's the main gist of the game. Yeah, just to sum it up, I think it's a very, very fun game. I can already see myself kind of getting hooked. Again, just like FTL, they really managed to nail it. It seems the devs are very talented. It's got like hints of FTL, just in the UI and just feeling general atmosphere, soundtrack, but it still feels very new and different enough, so you can kind of be addicted to both of them alongside each other. But yeah, very good game, and I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to trying to beat it. As always, there's a link in the description to buy the game for yourself if you're interested in it. Please don't forget to like and share the video if you enjoyed it or thought it was useful. It does help me out a lot, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, I love you!